Hello, friends, and welcome to the 75th anniversary of the 1949 PGA Championship at Belmont Golf Course, won by Sam Snead. This is a video I've been wanting to make for at least 4 years, playing Belmont with 1940s era clubs and balls, and we did it on the 75th anniversary of the Slammers win at Belmont. This is Joe. You might recognize Joe from episode 3 of Active Season. Joe had a foursome. He invited me to join. That's me. And we use these persimmon woods. I start off with a 3-wood here. We started on number 3, and we're going to mix it up. And I hit a really nice drive, and this ball curves perfectly around the corner there and chases up. This is Tom. You're going to see some more of Tom. Not everybody gets to get out all the time, and so some of us were a little rusty. But Joe makes a nice pass at it, and you're going to see Eric as well. That's Eric. Eric plays pretty fast, sometimes too fast for me to even hit record and have the camera ready for him. Joe opts to putt it up here. This is where my 3-wood, I went 3-wood, and this is where my 3-wood got to. Tom hits a chip here. Tom and I shared a bag, and Joe brought his own clubs naturally, and that were from the era. They were his grandfather's clubs. And I chipped this up to, I don't know whatever this distance is, 3.5, 4 feet. Joe's our first one to play, and he knocks it in. On we go to number 4. We're 1 under. It's obviously a scramble. Joe hits a really nice drive. Joe drove it great with his Wilson driver. Just drove it really well. And Joe has a long drive here, and he held on to the long drive for a little while. Somebody ended up nudging him out or edging him out on that by a couple of yards, but I hit this one quite poorly. We had like 206 in, and I kept that even short of the penalty area. The fun thing about the bunkers in a scramble, and when you're playing with clubs which are from the 40s, and in our bag we did not have a sand wedge, so I had to play it with a 9-iron, and it's just a true chunk and run. You're just trying to hit 2 to 3 inches behind it. I hit a decent shot, but it ended up going over the green, so we played somebody else's ball. I think this was Joe's, who got it to here. 4 cracks at it from like 25-ish feet, and I'll just spoiler right now, none of these go in. But so we walk out of there with par. We're 1 under through 1. Yeah, Tom knocks it in for us. On we go to number 5. I had a short period here with the 3-wood where left was kind of what I was doing. If it was a pull, I'm not sure, or if it was, whatever. I'm inclined to blame it on the club and blame it on the ball, but what are you going to do? Another good drive from, this was either Joe or Tom's drive. I don't remember whose. I think it was Tom's. Tom got to play up a tee. Joe hit a very nice, I think, 9-iron in there and gets us to here. Tom was a little aggressive with it, and then Eric comes through for us and gets us to 2 under there through 3 holes. So we're feeling pretty good right now. Not really sure what to expect and what the target score should be, but we're 2 under through 3. Everybody teed up just so far left right there. Third shot here going into number 6. We had like 185-ish, I seem to recall. I hit a 5-iron, left this way right. Didn't end up finding the ball, which was very strange. Tom just gets robbed there, you can tell. And Eric from downtown, yes, 3 under through 4, and it looks pretty good for the fellas right now. Joe leaves a little bit to the right. I hit this, and I could give you 4 more seconds of me staring at it, but I'll tell you, it came up short. I thought it was all over it. It came up short, so we played somebody else's ball from the bunker that had more green to work with, and again, just more kind of chunk and runs out of there, we ended up getting it to here, which was like a ticklish downhill left to right, 6 feet, to try to stay 3 under through 4 holes, and all of those go by. So we make a bogey there. On to number 8. 7 was the one you really wanted to get. You just wanted to hit a good shot there and feel like Sam Snead, who made birdie there in the final round of the 49 PGA. But so to make bogey doesn't feel quite as good. Just total chunk there. This was a fun shot to try to play. I wish I had played it better. Tom stays aggressive with it. Eric comes up a little bit short. Joe just short. And then I used a different putter here than I'd used out of the bag. Switched from the bullseye to something that was more of a blade-like thing. Didn't make anything all day. I'll spoil it right now, though. Made a nice pass at this one. And this might have been mine. There were a few of us that were out there like right by each other. Doesn't matter. And this, I think, was about 100 yards. Hole location is tucked a little bit behind that branch on the right. I ended up hitting a 9-iron somehow over it, but just was left with a downhill putt. So we had this putt. My putt was going to be a little too ticklish. We had this that Joe leaves just in the jaws. I made a decent stroke on mine, had the speed right, but just left it out. So on we go to number 10, and give you a different view here because it was just going to be shooting into the sun. And hit some good drives there and end up playing, I think, mine, which was right here down the right side. Hole location is tucked completely to the right, behind the tree. I mean, even from standing over the ball, we couldn't see it. And this... showing this is just to show you what this really looks like. There's a marker up there by the hole. That's Joe's putt. I wasn't recording at the time that he hit that. So we were able to take Joe's, make par there. And on to number 11. Joe hits a nice drive down the middle. I hit mine kind of down the right side. I'm leaning, trying to get it to come back to the left. And we take, I think this might have been Tom's. Again, Tom playing a tee up was really helpful. And hole location front right here, and we hit 3 pretty good shots there that gave us a look at, our pick of which angle was going to be best. This is 15-20 feet behind the hole. I say 3 good shots. I thought they were closer than that, but that's where they were. And none of these go in. So we're 2 under right now. On to number 12, which was playing like 160, I think it was. I had played a 7-iron that had gotten at this point a little bit more accustomed to the clubs. We get it on there on the front right, but still are just a long way from the hole location. A very good putt gets us back there. Camera dies, so you're not going to get to see that putt go in or the drive on number 1 that puts us down here. Joe hits a nice shot down there to like 5 or 6 feet. I hit what was a pretty good shot also, but it just doesn't die like I thought it might. It doesn't grab on the green like I thought it might. I'm still too accustomed to 2000s, 21st century era golf balls and clubs. And we leave ourselves with this, and nope, nobody can negotiate that like 6 or 7 feet. So we make a par there. We're 2 under. This is our last hole. I hit a really nice drive off the heel, and it just went down there with a left to right trajectory, right down the middle. But now the hole location is tucked, is right on top of that little ridge. So you've only got a very small area to work with. Joe hits just a really nice shot in there that like hits on top of that hill and creeps up there, leaves us about 5 feet left of the flagstick. I'm trying to hit it inside of him, staring this down. It hits on the top of the hill and stops and just rolls backwards. So we end up taking Joe's, and I'll tell you right now, camera dies. But he makes it. He makes the putt. We get to 3 under for the 12 holes. Came in second. Great time out at Belmont Golf Course. Get out there when you have a chance. I'll see you soon.